Welcome to the rebuild of the ZX9R rear shock. I'm going to be replacing the oil. I've already replaced the rubbers on actually both of these shocks. I tend to replace them quite a bit. Mostly because the oil goes as bad as in the front forks. So these are actually all still good. I checked them. They're still in the tolerances they're supposed to be in. Well, they're a little bit used and abused, but still good enough for normal riding, and I'm not planning on racing this bike anytime soon. And if you are interested in seeing me actually take one of these shocks apart, I may do a follow-up video, but right now I'm just doing a small introduction on the basics of the rear shock. I mean, there's not a whole lot you need to know. If you want to get started, I suggest you buy some rear shock oil or a shock oil for suspension, which you can buy in most dirt bike online stores. And just depends on what kind of oil you want to have. There's others out there that you may or may not want to use, or you maybe want to have racing oil, or you want to pay, I don't know, $25 or euros more, then you can do that. So first of all, you will need shock oil. There's no way around it. You cannot reuse the old stuff. Most likely it'll be green. It'll be really, really disgusting if there's any left at all, because, well, unlike these shocks here, I bought, when I first got them, I took them apart, and there was just a teeny tiny bit of oil left. What else you're probably going to need is definitely acetone or denatured alcohol in order to clean out, you can already see the oil still dripping out, in order to clean out all the barrels here. I usually do not refill these with nitrous, mostly because I don't actually know where to go. But maybe if some of you guys know where I can go and get these refilled with nitrous, that'd be wonderful. But here over in Germany, it's proven to be kind of difficult, or I have to send in the shock and they do all the work, and I end up paying around 400 euros, which, well, honestly, I don't see the point in paying that much money. So basically, you have a metal ring that belongs right here. That's in this part that you pull out, and you have this bladder, which then contains about 200 psi of pressure. And yeah, that goes down to your rear shock, as you can see right here. This one's already disassembled, but basically you can adjust the hardness or the softness. And yeah, this is actually very, very, very basic to do. It's not difficult. There are more difficult shocks out there for motorcycles. Once you have done this a couple of times, you may choose to buy a different spring from another company. I'm going to just stick with the ones I have right here, right now. The one on my current motorcycle is replaced with a little stiffer shock, because, I don't know, I guess I like it a little bit when it's a little more active back there and not so soft and squishy, especially seeing how I usually don't ride very slow. Yeah, that's about it. You also need a syringe. That's what I use, at least. So once I put everything back together, when this is sitting on there and this ring is back in there, I usually use this to fill it up slowly till the oil is about to brim and flow over. And yeah, then I'll explain the process later. And I'll have to check how I'm going to film this, because there's no one else here but me. You know, lockdown 2020, nothing better to do. Yeah, if you have any questions to this, there's going to be a basic rebuild. It's not all too difficult to take apart. It's usually the reverse of putting it together. Just let me know. If you have any questions before I get started, post them. I'm going to start filming over the weekend.